Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray, and thank you for watching. Let me tell you, Akudama Drive Episode 12. I haven't seen an anime this short and this fulfilling, I think, since Elfen Lied, so it has been a long time. Not that I've watched too many short animes. I guess Death Note, that was kind of on the shorter side too, but this is like one season short, is what I'm getting at here. And this was just a great series, great episode overall, and I enjoyed the ride the entire time. And I don't think there's a lot of anime that you can say about this. I think this is going to be one of those go-to anime that people are going to recommend to everybody else. 10 years down the road, people are still going to be talking about this. I can definitely see a spin-off series happening, possibly, because at the end of the day, Kanto may still be around. We don't know for sure whether or not the boss died in this series. The swindler definitely lived up to her name till the very end, and we kind of got a happy ending because brother and sister, at least we think a brother and sister, got over the mountains to a safe place where they are going to live out the rest of their lives, or immortality in peace and bliss with each other, happy and healthy. They don't need hunger, they're immortal, so they're going to be there until the earth itself explodes or something else happens. Maybe they'll figure out a way to build a civilization somewhere. But for starters, if you don't already know, spoiler alert, everybody's dead. All the Akudama that we started with are dead. Now, some may say, they could technically bring back Doctor because she was a very interesting character for a different series. I could see that happening because we know how good Doctor is. But Swindler dead, Courier dead, and Swindler swindled, the last possible minute. So basically, they are trapped. The train blew up. Kansai Station blew up. Whole train blew up. Courier got out of it. His arm is hurt. Swindler got out of it. Her leg is broken. So unfortunately, she is pretty useless at this point. She cannot walk. So she's okay, but at the same time, there's really nothing more helpful she can do besides be a distraction to get Courier, brother, and sister out of there. There's a nice heartfelt moment where Courier takes the 500 yen piece finally, and she said, yes, it's bad luck. I know it's bad luck, but at the same time, it changed everything. So it's not a coin of bad luck. Picking up money isn't bad luck. It's a coin of, change. Basically, it brings great change. Because, yes, she had bad luck the entire time, but at the same time, I think she enjoyed the ride. She was just living a safe, boring life like many of us are from day to day, and she definitely got the excitement she was looking for. Basically, what happened to her is she pretty much became a Christ-like figure in the end. They actually had her die on a cross. So, you got that metaphor in there as well. And what happened is she was a distraction for brother, sister, and Courier, for Courier to get brother and sister out of there. So she went up to all of the executioners, said, hey, I'm just an ordinary person, which technically she's not really lying, because, now she's in Akudama now, but I feel like she's still basically an ordinary person. If you go to the Wikipedia page, it doesn't even say swindler. It just says ordinary person, and I still think that's kind of funny. But she is like, I'm just an ordinary person. I got caught up in the mess. Please help me. My leg is broken, etc. And what we don't initially know is she's filming this the entire time. So apparently she picked up some skills from Hacker, or Hacker taught her something along the way, because she was able to hack into the network's broadcast live her death. She was like, I'm just an ordinary person, and not a lot of people knew what she looked like. She had a different outfit, changed the hair. So the executioners ended up killing her basically on live television and literally nailing her to a cross, and she died with a smile on her face, as you can see in the thumbnail. That's basically moments before she actually died, most likely of blood loss because she got stabbed through her internal organs, and that was it. It was nice. There was that Christmas kind of setting too. It's kind of nice, works with the season because obviously snow in a lot of places. If you're in, a place that has 4 seasons, has snow, etc. So that was kind of nice to see as well. And that's how she died. But she broadcasted live everywhere, and there was a countdown timer. And somehow she was able to hack into the network and basically shut down all of the electricity and all of those components for a brief period of time. Is what ended up having Courier be able to shoot down these spaceship-looking things, or giant flying airplane futuristic things, and saving brother and sister from getting captured in a tractor beam because it turned all the electronics offline. And he used the giant crazy gun from his motorcycle to shoot it down. And let me tell you, Courier, he went out with a bang too. So he knew he was dying when he had the initial fight against a lot of the executioners. He got trapped, and the only reason he was able to escape was because of Swindler broadcasting herself getting killed live as an ordinary person. There's a little girl that comes up, ends up shooting one of the executioners, and she was like, "Why did you kill my mother and father? All they ever did was love me and care for me and take care of me when I was feeling down. They were nice people, and you killed them for no reason." And I completely understand that. So all the people saw that happen. They realized all their loved ones were, killed in the process as well, and they rose up against the police and the executioners, and they ended up killing a lot of the executioners as well. So Boss is most likely dead at this point. The head of police shot himself because he realized he did the wrong thing initially anyway, and it just became kind of total anarchy in the end in the city itself anyway. So Courier got damaged, and part of that, getting shot at, having to deal with a bunch of executioners. He took out quite a few of them in the process. Brother actually jumped in front of one of the executioners trying to save Courier, but it unfortunately didn't work. He probably stopped him from dying, which is pretty nice. I mean, it doesn't really matter. He's immortal, so if he gets hurt, who cares? He feels the pain, but at the same time, it's not going to kill him, so big whoop. And they realized that he was dying, and he told him to get off the bike, threw him off the bike, and told him, go over the mountains, you'll be safe there. And then the ships come. And that's where he blasts two of them down. You see the bike slowly falling apart. And you realize at this point that Courier's not getting out of this. He said before, if he was going to die, he would rather die on the job than have all the money in the world. It's not about the money for him. It's about living in the moment for him. And he ends up using his freaking mechanical arm at the end with the gun broken off of his motorcycle, lines it up like this, and takes down the final ship. And it was just a beautiful moment. Swindler sacrificing herself the way she did, Courier sacrificing himself the way he did. They both realized they weren't going to get out of it alive. It was pretty much impossible. And they sacrificed themselves to, recognize Swindler's dream. And I think Courier kind of lived out his dream too. He died doing what he loved. So it kind of worked out in the best for both of them, even though both of them did unfortunately die, which sucked because it was, you definitely grew to like those two characters specifically. Hoodlum was a pretty decent dude. You kind of grew to like him. Brawler was a pretty cool guy. Doctor, everybody seemed to hate, so nobody cares about Doctor. Hacker, everybody liked him too. And it was just one of those great shows where nothing felt rushed. Nothing really felt like massive filler. I think there was like one episode I said was kind of a little bit of filler, but I still enjoyed the episode because it was kind of a like a progression of what was to come in the foreseeable future. I think it was around episode 7 or 8, somewhere around there. But I can definitely see spin-offs. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, because sometimes an anime like this, they just, it's great. They leave it alone, and I'm perfectly fine with that. But at the same time, I would definitely watch some sort of spin-off where Doctor may be still alive. Boss is trying to recontrol the city, something along those lines. I'm not sure if this was ever a manga. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think it was ever a manga, so it was something where they just wrote up the show. They wrapped it up in 12 episodes beautifully. They played out the story arc beautifully, and that's kind of what we need more of, in all honesty. I'm all for long run in anime. I love Dragon Ball Z. I love Naruto. I like Bleach, Dr. Stone, Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia, all these series that are going to be on for a while, for the foreseeable future. I enjoy all of them. But at the same time, it's nice to have something where you can just binge watch 12 episodes and hammer out the entire series in a day and just have that satisfaction, which is now you have the ability to do because all 12 episodes are out. So feel free if you haven't watched it already, or if you want to rewatch, because I can definitely see myself rewatching this just for to enjoy the moments. Maybe there's certain aspects of it that I missed that I can re-see again. But it was just great. I mean, I'm giving this episode a 10 out of 10. It definitely deserves it. Wrapped up the series beautifully, and there's really nothing you can complain about. I mean, there may be a couple of little nitpick things here and there. Maybe he didn't 100% like the way Swindler died, but at the same time, she realized what she had to do. She realized she wasn't going to get out of it. You know, you got all these millions of police drones and executioners looking for the Akudama to make sure they're all dead, and you just know, like, in that instant, like the chance of them getting out of that are very slim. When they had all 6 or 7 of them together, let's see, that you got Hoodlum, Brawler, Swindler, Courier, Hacker, Doctor. I feel like I'm missing one. Maybe I'm missing one. I don't think I'm missing one. So you got like 7 or 8 people. Oh, Cutthroat. There we go. There's the 8th one. When you had all 8 of them together, they were literally unstoppable. But obviously, one by one, they all fell. It was going to happen eventually. You know, they're on an execution list. So it is what it is. But it just would have been interesting to see if they do like a parallel universe thing where all of them actually live and end up controlling society. That could be interesting too, but I don't think they would do that. I think they're probably just going to leave it the way it is, enjoy it as it is, and you know, call it a day. Maybe I'll take a look at who wrote the show, because I'm definitely looking forward to the next series that they write in the future, because I'm sure it'll be good, but it's going to be hard to top this. Let me tell you, it is going to be hard to top this. I'm probably going to be disappointed with if Jujutsu Kaisen is released tomorrow. I'm not sure with it being Christmas. Happy Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. Happy holidays if you celebrate other things, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever other holidays there are. But I'm not sure if that's going to be released tomorrow. And I'm pretty sure Yashahime is probably going to get released Saturday. And you know how I felt about the last episode. I'm getting disappointed with that series in general. So it's just going to be down. The next 2 days are going to be a disappointment for me, anime wise. Maybe Jujutsu Kaisen usually shows up to the plate, but I doubt we're going to see that tomorrow. That's probably going to wait a week. So I know there's a lot of people in Japan that celebrate Christmas as well. So we'll just have to see. Wait and see. So overall, 10 out of 10. If you made it this far, feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, leave a like, comment down below what you would like me to do for future anime and cartoon related videos. It's going to be interesting because I'm going to be trying to review The Promised Neverland, Dr. Stone, and the second part of Re:Zero. The problem is Jujutsu Kaisen is running for 24 episodes. So unless there's a break, it's going to be an issue where there's going to be 3 different anime running on Friday, which is not good. So I might have to cut down to 2. If anything, I would probably cut out The Promised Neverland because I didn't review season 1, even though I did already watch season 1. But who knows? We'll just wait and see how that plays out, and I'll do what I can. Maybe I'll do something where I watch 2 or 3 episodes of Promised Neverland and then throw it on like Sunday or throw it on Monday, maybe. I could do something along those lines. We'll see how I feel like planning it out. My name is Steve Gray. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.